Ciao, my name is Irina Troubetzkaya. I live in the United States. I have fond memories of visiting Roberto Troubetzkaya in your beautiful city, Genova, in 2018. The following is a short history of the Troubetzkaya family. Paolo Troubetzkaya descended from a distinguished princely family. The Troubetzkayas descended from Gediminas, the Grand Duke or ruler of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania from 1316 to 1341. The Troubetzkaya family included Russian senators, ministers, governors, diplomats, 8 boyars, 2 general field marshals, and numerous military officers, 2 philosophers, one of the main leaders of the Decembrist uprising in 1825, one of the co-founders of the Moscow Conservatory, the first elected head of Moscow University, a linguist, a race car driver, and even the first woman to fly in a balloon in Russia. The men and women also performed important duties at the imperial court. Prince Dmitry Troubetzkaya was one of the serious candidates for the throne of Russia after the time of troubles. He declined as he thought that a dynasty should be established and he had no children. He held the scepter for the first Romanov Tsar Mikhail at his coronation. He was named the savior of the fatherland. The father of Catherine the Great may have been Ivan Betskoy, the illegitimate son of the last surviving boyar, Prince Ivan Troubetzkaya. My great-grandmother, Princess Irina Troubetzkaya, born in 1877, died in 1924, was the first cousin of Paolo Troubetzkaya, the sculptor, and his brother Pierre, the artist. She seems to have been a muse of Paolo. There are at least 4 sculptures of her, as well as an oil painting and a charcoal sketch of her husband, Prince Nicholas Gagarin. Marina lived in Moscow and was involved in many charities during peace and wartime. Her favorite composer was Alexander Scriabin, and she held the Scriabin Society to support him, organizing concerts in her palace ballroom. She traveled often to Europe to hear his concerts. On one of her visits, she visited Paolo and his mother Ada in Milano. In her letter, she wrote that Paolo did a good job in his sculpture with the likeness of her oldest daughter Sophia, or Sonia as she was known in the family. We think this comment refers to the sculpture also known as Maternal Love, where she is seated holding her young daughter in her arms. Another sculpture was of her standing, holding her next daughter, Marina, my grandmother, in her arms. This sculpture was sculpted in Russia. I have a photograph of the sculpture, my great-grandmother and Paolo, at a Troubetzkaya family estate in the countryside near Moscow. There is also a sculpture of her lying down, owned by the Russian Museum. The final sculpture is one of her seated in a chair. Thank you very much.